So welcome everybody. My name is Kristen and I've been with the company for going on 2 years now. I actually think this will be my 2-year anniversary this month. I just want you, first of all, if you're a guest, please thank the person who invited you here because they saw greatness in you and that's why they asked you to come tonight. I was introduced to this company a few years ago at a girls' night where I met Tracy, and I fell in love with the products and she took me under her wing, and from that point on she always believed in me. She's always been there for me and she's never given up on me, and for that I'm grateful. The one thing that I love the most about this company is that you can step away. If you need to work on something, you can step away, you can always come back, and you have people who are amazing who won't give up on you, and I'm so grateful that I have this in my life because it's been something for me to fall back on when I've needed to regroup. So just want to say welcome, and I'm so glad that you guys could be here. So go ahead and relax, and we're going to watch a short video and then get into some more stuff.
Welcome to Arbonne International's home office in sunny Irvine, California. I joined Arbonne because I believed in the brand promise of pure, safe, and beneficial products. What I really didn't realize at the time was that pure, safe, and beneficial extended well beyond the products to the incredible community of our independent consultants. Now, if you're wondering what these words are behind me, it's representative of something we call our Arbonne Manifesto, and it really embodies the spirit of this incredible brand we call Arbonne. This company and community was founded by Arbonne. He had such a vision.
My father was the original trailblazer. And he came from a small town in Norway to America to make his dream come true.
The culture that we have in our company today is truly because of our founder, Arbonne.
He wanted to create a better product. Through his connections and his friends in Switzerland, he created a beautiful other product that was pure, safe, and beneficial.
When you first come into this business, you actually just indulge in this gorgeous, pure product. You're not worried about any of the nasties and the ingredients, because you know that the ethics behind this company always and continue to be pure, safe, and beneficial.
I'm a product guy, and at the end of the day, I want to make sure that we always bring to everyone the most cutting-edge science with the best botanicals and the best ingredients.
It's the best of science and the best of nature put together.
They go to all ends of the earth to get the highest quality, naturally derived ingredients. It's not just what's in them, it's what's not in them.
We've brought together a great group of people from all over the country whose interest it is in making these products the best they can possibly be.
So what brought me to the company was the results. Within 24 hours, I saw a difference on my scalp.
The Arbonne Advantage gives us the opportunity to have state-of-the-art products, cutting-edge technology, nothing else out there that can even compare to us.
We're health and wellness from the inside out.
We sell products and we teach and train other people how to do the exact same thing.
I didn't own my life before.
I have 4 children at 4 different schools, and I don't miss any PTA meetings.
It's a business that is compatible with whatever stage you're at in life, whether it's having a family, whether it's being retired and wanting to create a supplemental income. In Arbonne, you can do full-time, part-time. With this business, you really get to decide what you want out of this.
One of the things that really surprised me most about this business was about how lucrative the compensation plan was. I mean, they offer us 4 different ways that we can earn income. When you sell some product, you earn a commission. When you build a team, you earn some overrides. There's the Mercedes-Benz cash bonus program, and there's also a cash bonus at every single level of management. There's really no ceiling to how big your business can be.
I get paid to help you become successful.
When you decide to build a business with Arbonne, what you get is a built-in research and development department, manufacturing facility, shipping and fulfillment, sales, marketing, training, all the things that business owners normally have to fund themselves. We at Arbonne provide it for you.
We're going to hold your hand. We're going to coach you. We're going to train you. We're going to walk you through it.
I have a business for myself, but not by myself. I have made the closest friends I could ever wish for through this business. They're just amazing people to be around.
I am super excited that more and more men are joining our business as a guy's guy. I played football in college, and I took the lead. it's a wonderful thing to work together and to have fun doing it.
I get to stay home every day with our son.
Why wouldn't every single person want time freedom and financial freedom? Some people go through life never being recognized or getting a ham at Christmas, and we get trophies all the time. And it's not jewelry. Mercedes. I love seeing the pictures on Facebook.
It's not uncommon for us to be standing on stage recognizing a doctor next to a lawyer, next to a stay-at-home mom, next to a designer.
The most important thing was how would I give back to where I'm from. Now I have the power to help my family in Africa.
We formed the Arbonne Angel Foundation, and it has absolutely been a huge success. We get to go into the heart of communities and work with teenage girls and boys, lifting them up and teaching them.
Arbonne's manifesto says that we're growing and growing. Having 4 daughters, that's very important to us. We want to leave them a financial future, but also an art that they can enjoy for many years to come.
The best part about this business is the person you become. I went from a shy school teacher to a confident entrepreneur. That's the transformation. People are asking, what is it we're doing? Because we seem to be smiling all the time. We have fun. We do.
If you help everybody to be in light and they all shine, your life will never be in darkness ever again.
Right now in Arbonne, we have incredible momentum.
We're growing in all markets and expanding into new countries.
It's such an exciting time in Arbonne, Australia right now, because our country is booming. It's a wild ride right now, and you don't want to miss it.
My generation is looking for this.
Dream big and help other people dream big.
Why not try it? You have nothing to lose. Nothing.
Absolutely not. All you have to do is open your heart and give it a chance.
Chills. Okay, that is one of my favorite videos actually. So let me introduce myself. Thank you for everybody for coming tonight, and I'm super nervous, so that's why. So if I get all flustered, don't worry. So my name is Britta Haynes, and I'm a district manager with Arbonne International, and I'm so grateful, Tracy, that I've said yes to you a year and a half ago. And so Arbonne, let me tell you a little bit about myself. So I have been a hairdresser for over 26 years, and I'm a very hardworking person, but I've noticed over the last few years that I will only make money when I'm standing on my feet and I do hair. So the only way I could grow my business. So I had reached a plateau where I was not really growing anymore, unless I want to take over like building my own business that comes as a hair salon. That means I have a huge overhead, I have a huge investment I have to, you know, give out, and lots of stress. And so that's when Arbonne came into my life, and I'm so grateful because I can work this in my nooks and crannies of my everyday life, and I can produce residual income, which that really was really attractive to me. That means that I can live a life of my dreams, that I can work my business from anywhere in the world. You know, I'm originally from Germany, and we are going to Europe. Like, we opened up to East Europe, to Poland last year, and we are only growing. I'm going ahead when I say that this is a ground floor opportunity. But so yeah, this is what excited me. And I practiced my papers I was supposed to practice, but I just threw them because
We'll just step to the side a minute.
I'm just going to step aside and speak from the heart, everybody.
We'll slide, do the slides for you. There
Okay.
you go.
Okay, the Arbonne story. So Arbonne has been around for 35 years. Everybody can read that, I hope. So it has been founded in Switzerland by our founder, Peter Mork, and it is still to this day formulated in Switzerland to really high Swiss standards, which are actually much tighter than our US standards. The FDA has approved 1,300 ingredients that are completely banned from the European market, and so we fit their ingredient policy, which is amazing. So that was really attractive to me. Cutting edge research and development. Okay, I just said that. Passionate culture of independent consultants. Obviously, we all love each other, and we love just sharing this opportunity with everybody, and we're having a lot of fun. So, the Arbonne product advantage. Our products are unique because we are plant-based. We are the best that green science and nature has to offer. It's all botanically based. We are free. What the best about Arbonne is what is not in it. So it's, you know, it doesn't have any mineral oils, no animal byproducts, never tested on animals. We are formaldehyde donated ingredients free, and all this what you can. That's the wrong slide, but that's okay.
That's okay.
So,
There you go.
we are gluten-free, vegan, certified vegan, you know, organic. We are in the nutrition free of soy, dairy, and gluten. We have no artificial dyes, fragrances, fillers. Did I forget anything? No way. Oh, most important. In the protein shakes, no way. So it's a great, different alternative. So, wide range of consumable products. Well, here it is. So we just share our products with our friends, which you would do anyways. When you try something that you really like, you go tell your friends about it. You say, wow, you know, I found this really cool new pair of shoes or whatever. You tell them, go buy the same ones. Not that you really want them to wear the same shoes, but so you just redirect like money that people are already spending, because plus there are consumable products, so they will run out of them, so they can reorder on their own over and over, and every time they do, you get paid over and over. Market share data. Okay, so yeah, we have something for everybody. If you have skin and hair, we have something for you. And market share data, so that means like prognosed sales in organic makeup is going to be 300 million, lash enhancer 200 million, you know, sun care in the future 2 billion. All as you can see right here. So we are up to date with our market prognosis, because our business is just going to be growing because health and wellness and pure ingredient policies are on the rise, and the beauty, health, and wellness market is prognosed to be the next $10 trillion business. So why Arbonne? Why now? Well, I already said that. It's consumable products, so you keep running out of it. When you like your day cream, you're going to have to reorder, you know. The same as your protein shakes. Demand for health and wellness. Well, you know, I said that the next $1 trillion business is going to be health and wellness, so we are right on track with that. And then ability to leverage time. Okay, so here's one thing I want to talk about. I work in the Bay Area, Silicon Valley. A lot of my clients are in high tech. I'm telling you, people like that are looking for a different business opportunity. They are told, you know, they need to work 60-hour work weeks, and they have other people raise their children. So for them to have the time leverage is super important. So, and smart people do this business because it's smart business. So internet-based business. Also, internet sales over the last few years have gone up 50, like I think it is now over 50%. So people more and more order online. They don't want to go to the malls anymore and beat the crowds. So every time somebody goes on to their own Arbonne account, so let me take a step back. When you sign up as an Arbonne client, you have your own login ID. You can reorder on your own every time you run out of something, and every time you get paid as a consultant. So it's an internet-based business. It's a non-brainer. And now is where I give over to Tracy, because she's going to talk about the network marketing. Hey, Tracy!
You did a great job.
Thank you.
So exciting. I'm like, oh, God, keep going. I know.
No,
I do. Okay, I think there's only maybe one person that doesn't really know who I am, but everybody else does. So Tracy Stokes, I'm an executive regional vice president. I'm an independent consultant. And I'm just going to give you a quick glimpse of life before Arbonne and then where I am now. And then I'll take you on this little journey. So life before Arbonne, I have to take a deep breath every time I come up here. Like you said, I'm like nervous, and then you get into your groove. Life before Arbonne was about 6 years ago. I was a teacher at the time, and I thought I loved what I did until you get into the grind of going to work, doing your job, coming home exhausted, having little time for your family, going to bed, and waking up the next day doing the same exact thing. So I looked at my life and I thought, okay, is this all that I have? Is this it? Really, truly, is this it? This is my life. And that year, 6 years ago, that September, 6 years ago, is when I went on a quick little jaunt with my best friend, Tiffany Buffton, and I saw her life at a glimpse. And I was like, okay, I like that life. I don't like this life so much. So I kind of got into her life for 3 days. And I was able to experience that life, not really knowing that that life would be something that I would want to tap into. I thought I'd never do a business like this. I never would attend a meeting like this. I never wanted to host an event like this because I was a teacher and a stay-at-home mom, and I thought I was better than this, frankly, until I really looked deeply into what this was, and it has changed my life completely. And I know people look at that and they go, that's just what you say. You're supposed to say that. You're supposed to go, oh my gosh, this personal development and these things change your life. But I can stand up here today and say that it has changed my life. Right? Breathe. And don't take a peek at it, I'm sad for, because they don't realize what's on the other side of what they're living in, that quiet desperation. And I was living in that quiet desperation. On the outside, it looked like our life was really happy and great, but on the inside, there was no joy. And so this business has brought me joy through everyone in this room. Sorry, except for you, Erica, because I don't know you, but I hope it does. And I just know that it touches so many people's lives. And there's days, I will tell you, there's days that you go, oh, God, I gotta get up, I've got to do this, or I've got to make this call. And there's days when I think, what would I do without this business? What would I do without these people? What would I do without Arbonne? And it's not a crock of stuff. And I'm so glad that my best friend never gave up on me. And that's what I look, and I'm so proud of you guys sitting here that said I never gave up on you, because that's what I want to go down in history, saying I never gave up on anybody because I didn't give up on myself. And the only way you can't succeed in this business is if you quit. So I know I'm not a quitter. I will never quit this business. There may be months that I have to slow down in this business, but I'll tell you what, you guys, I'm ready to ramp this sucker up so hard that I can't even sleep at night. I wake up at like 3 in the morning ready to work, and I'm so excited. So with that, what is network marketing? And that's why I said no 6 years ago, is because I didn't know what network marketing meant. I thought it was a bad word. I thought it was one of those creepy words. I just didn't know enough about it. And so what network marketing is, as opposed to your traditional retail, is that we take out all these middlemen in between. And I did take some notes. And I love this about this business is we learn from other people. So we learn from sidelines, uplines, downlines, everybody. So when I went to a meeting last week in Alamo, one of the things that really caught my eye and my ears was there were 41 Mercedes from one person, from our very good friend Ann Spurbeck, who started this business in Alamo, I think 9 or 10 years ago maybe. And now because of her, there's 41 Mercedes just in that downline. And you guys are a part of that, right? Jen and Sarah are part of that downline. We're just a little offshoot of that. So there's 2 in ours right now, and there's soon to be 10. I know that. But with that, there was something I wanted to say about network marketing. And okay,
I did not know this, but it said retailers take about 40% before it actually gets to the consumer. This is stuff that I learned along the way. I didn't know any of this stuff, and that's what I love. You learn as you go. So as it goes through all these different channels, if you will, they mark it up. So 40%, like it says, 40% before it even gets to the consumer. So basically, you're getting a product that's worth like $8, but they have to mark it up every time they go through it. In network marketing, it goes from the manufacturer through the Arbonne consultant and then to the consumer. So basically what that means is they can spend the money, instead of spending it here on Halle Berry and spending it on these sales forces and the manufacturers and the wholesalers, they can spend it on our formulas. They can spend it on us, the consultants, as well. And then they can spend it on, there's one other thing, and now I can't remember. Research and development. Thank you, Sarah. Right? We work together as a team. Okay. So, better together. And it is a global opportunity, and that's what's so exciting. I don't have anybody outside of the U.S., but I know people outside of the U.S., and to step outside of that is so exciting. So we're in the UK, Canada, Australia. We launched into Poland. And then we're on our way in the in the fall to launch into Taiwan. You guys, now literally is the time to get in and to start talking to people who are of the Asian descent. So yeah, you can build your business globally. So when I talk to people and they say, what do you do? I say, I have a global business in health and wellness, because I do have a global business. It might not be there just yet, but I do have a global opportunity to do that. Okay, so this was the part that when I looked at this business and my husband looked at this business, at first he said, absolutely not, you will not do this. You're a teacher, da, 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 da. But then he looked at the compensation plan and he said, well, maybe you need to take a look at this, because as a teacher, frankly, you're not making a whole lot more than an area manager. And if you can get there in 3 to 6 months, then I think you should go for it, because it's taken you about 20 years to get there as a teacher. So, do the top first. I'm going to do the top first. There's 7 avenues, like Diana White would do. There's 7 avenues of income. So we do have the retail profit, cash bonuses, which are great at every different level of management. You have overrides as well. I'm not a numbers person, you guys, so when I said what's overrides, what's commissions, I had no idea what that meant at first. What I did know is get into the first level of management, get into the second level of management, and then the numbers would start making sense. That's what my sponsor said. She goes, Tracy, I'll worry about the numbers, you worry about the activity. And that's what I did. I didn't care about numbers until I got into the level that I'll talk to you guys about. Mercedes-Benz cash program, love that part. Life insurance program is amazing. The travel opportunities are beyond incredible. And then the monthly campaigns and incentives we have every month. And Arbonne is so generous at what they do. So everybody starts off at the same level playing field as a consultant. We kind of look at it as a rectangle. So when you start your business, you start it off like everybody else does. Where you want to go is up to you. There is no ceiling in this business. So how hard you work is how much you will get paid. So the first level of management is the district manager level. On average, it takes people about 1 to 3 months. We really want people to get there as quickly as possible so that they can start earning an income as well as making their bonuses. Average income here is anywhere between 200 to 1,000. I will say on my 3rd month of doing this business, I became a district manager in my 2nd month, I believe, and my 3rd month it was about $1,100. That's because I followed the system and I worked this business, like Britta said, in the nooks and crannies of my day. The next level is area manager, 1,000 to 4,000. That's life-changing for most people. When we work this business part-time, but we're getting a full-time income, and this is the level where I was able to stop my teaching job after working 2 years. My journey was a little bit slower than average, if you will, but it was my journey, and I totally embrace where I am and who I became along this journey. So this level as well is willable, and to me, that is life-changing for me. I have 2 children, an 18, almost 19-year-old and a 16-year-old. So I know if anything were to happen to me, my children would take this business over and it would run, and they would be able to earn an income no matter what from this business. And we have a great opportunity for them to take over for that. And they don't necessarily have to do it. Although I tell my 16-year-old, you're going to want to do Arbonne. Right now she's like, no, I don't. You know, she's 16. She's not there yet, you know. But what I do tell my children, honestly, is because of this business, when we go out and we're able to spend money, if you will, I will say, thank you, Arbonne. And I have them hear me say that. Arbonne got this for us. Arbonne was able to put us in this position. And I think that's really important that our kids hear that, because they see us go out. They see us be away from them. They see us spending time not with them so much, but then when we are with them, it's really important to say, thank you, Arbonne, for allowing us to have this opportunity to give back and to do these kind of things. Third level is regional vice president. That's the level where I'm at. I was able to get there in 3 years, but you know, some people are able to get there in a year. Some people it takes 6 years. Again, it's your journey. What I do love about this level is 4,000 to 14,000. That's 14,000 is when you're probably on your way closer to the national vice president level. But at this level, you get the Mercedes-Benz cash program. I tell people, I'm not going to lie, I was really interested in the car. Not because of the symbol of it, because our family needed it. My son was about to turn 16 and we needed a third car, and to not have a car payment was huge for me. So I pushed, and I was able to earn that car a month before he got his driver's license. And that was my goal. Right now, it's not about the car, it's about giving the keys away to the next car, really, because what it has said to me is, you've reached that place and you're successful in who you are and what you're doing in this business. And then the top level is national vice president, $22,000 a month. You know, a lot of us joke about it. That's like gangster money, right? That's like cribs money, or money that you're like, okay, what do I get to do with that? You get to give back, or you get to travel, or you get to do the things that you stopped dreaming about doing. And frankly, I did. You know, you put your dreams on the shelf and you're like, I'll do that when? I'll do that later. And now in Arbonne, I'm assuming, and I can't wait till all of us get to that MVP level where we go, okay, we can give back now, and we can give to our, we can tithe or do what is in your heart, you know? So, some common fears. I don't know anybody that hasn't had a fear in jumping into this business. If you don't, then I want to meet you. You know? I don't have enough time. Well, that's why, frankly, you need Arbonne. Is like Britta said, there's people in the Bay Area and everywhere in this world that trade time for money, and they're making money for somebody else. And frankly, I didn't want to do that anymore. I wanted to have my own time and make my own money. So if you don't have enough time, our job as your sponsor or as your coach and consultant is to find that time for you where you can fit it into your day, into the nooks and crannies of your day. I don't have enough money. Again, probably why you should look at doing Arbonne. It was just plan B for me. I never in a million years thought it was going to be by plan A. I wanted to make $500 because my paycheck was cut by 60%. So in the time, I thought $500 to $1,000 would be great. I didn't have enough money. There's too much month at the end of our money, right? So I don't know anybody who says, I have enough time and I have enough money. So this is a wonderful opportunity to share that with people. I don't know enough people. Okay, you guys, that is like the biggest baloney that people can say, I think, because if you just look at your phone, or if they're on Facebook, or they're on LinkedIn, or they're on Twitter, they have to have at least 4 people that they know. And those 4 people know 4 people who know 4 people. You have family members, you have neighbors, you have coworkers. So I don't know enough people, to me, is just an excuse, and all excuses are equal. I'll stop there. What will people think? I think, you guys, that was my biggest fear. What will people think? What will people think of me as a teacher? What will people think if I'm, oh my gosh, poor Tracy has to go schlep lipstick and makeup, and she's, you know, carrying this bag of stuff, and she's driving into people's houses, and she's talking to people, and poor her. I'm like, yeah, I don't really care what people think anymore, because frankly, they're not paying my bills. They're not paying for my kids to go to college. They're not paying for my happiness. So what will people think? Hopefully they think, I want to be a part of that. And then lastly, what am I getting into? Well, you're getting into the most amazing, awesome group of men and women that support one another, that lock arms, that support one another and want to see you grow and build and be successful. And that's what I say. You're part of something absolutely amazing. So dream big. Truly, this is what my best friend said to me. She said, Tracy, dream big and then dream even bigger. Because what I can share with you is this business is explosive. And if you don't jump in, then all I can say is you'll still be my best friend no matter what. But I think in her heart she knew I had kind of lost my little soul in here. And that's why she said, just dream a little bit bigger and see where you can go. Where will you be? Oh, you are today because of the choices you made yesterday. You know, I'm reading this book called The 7 Decisions, and it says you are not your past. Thank goodness we are not our past, right? But you can move forward into your future. And I think that's what's so important. You may have choices and decisions from your past, but you can always move forward and change those. If you keep doing what you're doing, where will you be in 5 years? And kind of many of us have been doing this for 5 years or on the road to 5 years. I'm over 5 years and so grateful. I'm looking forward to it to the next 5 years. Instead of asking yourself, what if this doesn't work? Ask yourself, what if it does? And I think so many of us in here are testimony to that it does work. And if you're just on that verge of saying, oh my gosh, you know, I've dabbled in it, I've been in it for 5 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years, I just don't see that it's working. Are you working? Because nothing works unless you work, and nothing changes unless you change. So this business doesn't work if you just wish it and hope it. You know, what does Mo say?
Hope it happens.
Hope it happens airlines. You can't have that in your mind. You have to go out and you actually have to do a little bit of work, but the work along the way is really fun and you get to do it with amazing people. And again, I'm just so grateful for this business and what it has done in my life. So I think we're good. Yeah. Does it say compensation? We already did that. Yeah. So with that, we're going to do a little recognition. Yes. Sure. Come on up. No, that's why I smiled at you. I'm all, okay, wait. You can stand up here for a minute because I have to go get it in my little bag. So maybe you can introduce yourself a little bit.
Hi, everybody. My name is Stacy, and I am a district manager with Arbonne. And I've been doing Arbonne about 5 years now, just over 5 years. And everything that Tracy said, what resonates is, you know, where we're going with our business is our own journey. But I'm so grateful for Arbonne because it's for 5 years, it's helped, you know, sustain my choice to stay at home with my kids. And I'm super grateful for that and for the people that have been with me along this way. And why do I every time? Oh my God. So I'm here with Tracy to help recognize the amazing people that we have here tonight and all their work. And that's another thing about Arbonne is that where else do you go where people are gonna give you thanks and you know, praise you and recognize the work that you've been done for a month. I mean, maybe that happens for the year, but this is actually 1 month. So,
you know, I didn't think about that part. Okay, Jen, I'm gonna borrow these.
It's all packed roses and you announce it.
Okay, so we're gonna stop with How about we start? We're gonna start, so you don't really have to be smart or know how to work a computer. You just have to have a great heart to serve and have motivation to want to help others. I think that's all. Okay, so top personal QB this month. Our top QB was Brett Haynes. What? And our second was Miss Tanya. Come on up, Tanya. Top personal QB. That means they work their own personal business. Yay. Like the flowers. I know. Hey, Tanya. And then third was myself, so that's awesome. Good. Okay, and then top. Stop it. Do not take a picture with me. Although they're like, why not? Glasses are They are kind of cool. Permanent glass person.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, top personal sponsoring. So we know sponsoring equals growth. That gives you a headache when you do that. Okay, so top personal sponsoring. Come on up, Britta. As well, and this entails also top 150 sponsors as well. So way to go. Good job. Good job.
Hey, Melissa, I hope you're watching.
And Tanya, you're the second one. Come on up.
Come all the way up.
Yay.
All the way, all the way until she
All the way
there.
up.
All the way.
And then number 3 was Stace.
Oh,
Yay. Okay, and then we have top district QB. So top number 1 was myself. Thank you. Number 2 was Britta. Way to go, Britta. And number 3 was Amy. Yay!
Good job, Britta.
Hey, Amy.
Awesome.
Good job.
There you go.
So we have top personal, and then we have people that are in their own district. So top district sponsoring was myself. Second was Stacy. So way to go. And then Britta. Rock and roll, girlfriend. You are fantastic.
I just come to these meetings to get hugs. That's all. I mean,
and then was there anybody that we did not recognize before that has signed up for GTC that we didn't recognize before? I don't think so. Okay, there was something else I was
like
going to
registration.
Yeah. Are you registered?
I'm making payments.
Well, that counts. So
It'll
come
be
on
my
up
first
and,
time.
and then I have a bracelet for you too, Emmy. I don't know if you got a bracelet, but we have our GTC bracelets as well.
Emmy, you're going to GT. It'll be my first time.
Yay. Oh,
Thank you
come
so
all the way in. There you go. Okay, I think that's it. Yes, that's it. Okay, so lastly though, I like to do 2 awards that are just kind of personal to me. That I actually got this from probably one of my biggest mentors, which is Tiffany Anzel. When I moved here, or when we started my business, there's nobody in this area, literally nobody. And Tiffany Buffton said, okay, you need to find this girl called, her name's Tiffany Anzel, and you need to go to her meetings. And so I looked her up, and I found Tiffany, and I went to her house with one guest, and it was Tiffany and Joel, and a guest and myself. And she did the DA for the 4 of us, and Tiffany was an area manager at the time. And from that moment forward, we locked arms, and we did our meetings with Tiff and whatnot. So, you know, again, you take some things from people and you use them as your own. So I give 2 awards. The first one is the Perseverance Award. And what I would like to recognize, perseverance, if you look up the word, is tenacity. It's somebody who continues to do what they do, somebody who perseveres through hardships, through things that may not be most favorable, but they continue doing it. So, Kristen, I want to recognize you for perseverance. Kristen is also in Qual for Districts. So that's a little something. In there, there's something that I'd like you to keep in there. And we talk about, we get paid to hear no. And so there's a little jar in there. And what I want you to do is you can do a penny or a nickel or a quarter or I don't know, whatever symbol you want. But every time you hear a no, put it in there. We call it a little GTC fund lots of times.
This is going to be Disneyland fun.
Okay, there you go.
So put it in there, and every time you hear no, you're going to actually make money from it, but it's getting you closer to that yes.
And so I want you to think of that every time you put it in there. Think of your Arbonne sisters and think of that you're just getting closer to that one yes. Okay, okay, awesome. And then the second one is the Leadership Award. And I recognize this just for the person that you can see who's been a leader, who's taking that step moving forward. And it's so hard in this business to think, I think I'm leading, but I'm leading myself. I'm a team of 1. But as you could see from the recognition tonight, this person has been obviously working their business, and they will sow what they reap. So Britta, if you would come up and get the leadership award. And I have to say, you're probably the most coachable person I've ever had in my business because you want to work through this. You call me and you ask, how can I make it better? What can I do different? And that's a sign of a leader because you want to grow as a person and you want to improve yourself. And I'm so proud of you tonight. You stood up here and you said you were so nervous, but oh my gosh, you rocked it. So,
Oh, no, I'm fine.
I'm so proud of you. I'm just so proud of you.
Thank
So,
you.
Congratulations.
Hey, I need to say something. Hey, thank you, Tracy, for being my leader. And you are amazing. And thank you for going with me when I tell you I want to go to Fremont. And you're always there. And you say, I go with you. I'm there for you. We're gonna get you that car, and we're gonna go to the top. And everybody in here. So
You know
yes.
I mean it. So with that, we have a fun little treat tonight. We have a little area manager panel that we're going to do, and we asked some special guests to join us. So we have Sarah Allen, and we have Mullen. Oh my God, why did I say Allen? I don't know. Sorry, Sarah Mullins and one in Jen. That's all I can call you. And then Miss Teresa Thomas from our own team, and they're going to share their little tips with you guys on going area, what that looks like for them, and just kind of share their hearts with you guys. So I don't know if you guys all want to stand up here together. I think that would be lovely, and stand up here and just come on up. And whoever wants to go first is going to go first. And
I have a tie-in to go first, so.
I think you should then. I have a tie-in to go last. There you go, Sarah.
It'll make sense when I start.
Okay, mine will too.
Perfect. And just like the rest, yes.
I know, right?
So, hello, I'm Teresa Thomas, Executive District Manager with Arbonne. I have some little surprise looks that I'm seeing. Yes, I lost my area February 1st. I became an area manager October 1st of last year. So that means I was only in area for what, 3 months? And the reason I lost my area is I lost my volume per month. And that one thing that's great about Arbonne is that you do not need a sponsoring quota. You do not need a team to rise and go into management levels. It's all based on volume. It's all based on sales. However, it is very hard, if not impossible, to carry as a table. And you can have one leg, you can have a one-legged table if you're very balanced. I have a very strong leg, and I love her dearly, and she's building a huge leg of a business. But I had one leg. I did not build more stable business builder legs. And in just a few weeks after I became an area, I had a crisis happen in my household. I had to take a step back from life. I had to stay home with my younger teenage daughter, and I had to take care of her to make sure she was well and ensure her safety. And so that you can envision that when I disappeared, my team disappeared because I was trying to carry this business all by myself. And if you imagine, you can have that perfectly balanced table with one leg, but if you put a very heavy weight on the table, what happens? It falls over. And so this is a lesson learned. And I find this as a positive experience. So what I'm doing now is I'm rebuilding. I still have an awesome, strong leg, and I love you, Amy, and what you're building. But now it's my turn, and I did my team an injustice. I did not go and really focus on my team to build them into strong legs, make sure that they were building their own strong tables with multi-legs. And that's what I'm focused on now, is finding those business builders, finding those people who are like-minded like me, who want time freedom, who want money freedom, who want health freedom in their lives. and really focus on building business for them to help support me, to bring us all back up to area. So because we all are going to have impact in our life. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. I just unfortunately had my impact happen 2 months after my promotion. And my family is probably going to be impacted again, whether it's in 6 months or 20 years. We don't know. And everybody in this room will have impact in their life. Are you prepared for impact? And that's why what I suggest is what these wonderful ladies beside me are going to tell you how to build a strong area with multi-leg, how to brace for impact. So when that happens for you, when you have to put that heavy load down on that table, is it going to stand up or is it going to fall over like mine? So thank you all. I love all of you here. Great support. But now I'm going to hand it off to Sarah Mullen.
Thank you guys for thank you, everybody. I love that you talk about impact because that was a huge thing for me, and I have a slightly different take on impact that I will share with you briefly. So I promoted to area in December, which was 13 months after I started my business with Arbonne. And my biggest piece of advice, like if I could impart one thing on you, it's give up on the thought that you have to be somebody else to be successful in Arbonne. Like, be you and embrace who you are. And embrace who you are as a leader. Use Arbonne as an opportunity to grow yourself and be a better version of you, but give up on the thought that you have to be somebody else to be successful at this. It took me like 13 months to realize that I didn't have to be like Tiffany, like Mo, like Tiffany Buston, like Linda Parker, like all these amazing people that we have this opportunity to learn from and hear from in this business. It took me a long time to realize that my team needed me for who I was, and I'm going to continue to grow it and that and become a better person, become a better version of myself. But I'm going to be who I am. God wanted me to be this person, and that's the person that I'm going to embrace. And I really would say, like, your business will explode when you embrace who you are and the leader that you're meant to be. But here's my thought on impact. So I promoted in December. And in January, it was very evident to me that there were going to have to be some really significant cuts at my work. So I worked for a nonprofit organization, and I was a part of a 3-person leadership team. So I was privy to a great deal of information and also responsibility for this organization. And my role, as is everybody's role in a nonprofit, if anybody's familiar with that industry, we're all tied to funding, and for most nonprofits, we're tied to grant funds. And funding in nonprofits is very insecure. It's up and down. It's like it's a bigger roller coaster ride than Arbonne is, you guys. And so it was really evident that there was going to be some really significant cuts that needed to be made to the organization that I worked for because we had lost some significant grants. And I walked into my boss's office one afternoon to talk about budget and where we were supposed to just cut 20%, and that's a really big number. And I was able to halfway through the conversation say, Susie, we have to get rid of some people, and I want you to know that you can cut my position. You can eliminate me, and you can do this because I have Arbonne. And granted, my Arbonne business in January and now is not at a place where I would have chosen necessarily to walk away from my job because I replaced my income. But you guys, the faith that I have in myself and this business and what this business will provide for my family is so much greater than anything I've ever felt besides maybe my faith in God. And so if you're, yes, amen. I never saw myself having to face that kind of an impact for my life. I spent 10 years building a career. And, you know, I had an executive level position with an organization, and I had a great salary, and I had this really, really important job. It was really important. I was not. But I mean, we talk about impact all the time in this business. We talk about having this plan B in place because we never know when that impact is going to strike. I'm going out on a limb. But you probably had no idea that whatever happened with your family was going to come down the pipeline. I never saw this coming for myself. But man, when it did, let me tell you how big of a relief it gave me, but also my boss, when I said, it's fine, like, I've got this other plan. This other plan that I started a while ago as a fun thing, a little extra money, that other plan, sorry folks, like, that scooted in and replaced this job a long time ago. You can get rid of me because I've got other stuff. That impact, like, having prepared myself and having had that plan in place and knowing that I was going to be able to stand tall through that was something that I never ever expected to be able to do. And I
did a globe. Can I see a globe on the screen?
A globe?
A globe? I can't see you guys in. That's really Crystal. Can she see us now? Sorry, so.
No, that's okay. Can she hear?
That's a globe. Oh. Okay.
Anyway, unless you guys.
Sorry, just in case you explode with brilliance.
Unless you guys are in a place where you feel like you have enough faith in your business to be able to walk into your job and essentially lay yourself off, keep building, keep sharing, share this business with everybody you've ever met, because you never know, like Tracy, who's living in quiet desperation, who is looking for a plan B, who needs a positive, uplifting environment. I mean, Arbonne, you all know this, Arbonne gives us so much more than an income and friends. Like, Arbonne changes us. And I know it sounds crazy to say that, and for a long time I was like, whatever. But it's so true. Arbonne changes us. And it's changed all of you, I'm sure. And never be afraid to share that with everybody that you know. Because, I mean, yeah, you just don't know who's needing this, who's out there wanting it, who's waiting for you to come and talk to them. They're probably not going to talk to you. So make sure you go talk to them. When that feeling strikes you, you stop what you're doing and you go talk to them. Whether you're in the middle of a restaurant, just in the middle of your day, pick up your phone, send them a text, do what you need to do. Go and talk to them, because you have an opportunity to change people's lives. Do that.
Hi, I am an independent consultant and area manager for the second time with Arbonne, and I have been in the business just shy, I believe, of 2 years. I actually don't really remember off the top of my head. I'm not, yeah, whatever. So I went district my second or third month, almost just organically, because the products sell themselves. So I had a couple really good parties, and I went district manager, and everything was going good, and people were slowly joining my team, and I was referring them to my upline because I'm not a leader. Then I went area, and I really didn't even kind of understand what that meant. I mean, I liked my paycheck because I had a comment in it. That was kind of cool. But I was a no. I had a really bad experience with some other, MLM network marketing companies, and knew some friends that had as well. And it's really kind of, I don't know, it was kind of like used car salesman. I'm a realtor, so it was kind of like, ew, realtor. Only I'm a realtor. But I really, one of the things that I didn't like about the roller coaster was I'd get this great check, and then I wouldn't have a check at all for like months and months and months and months. And I was, at the time, the main income earner. Well, I was a single mom, and I was the main income earner in my family, and had just had another life change. So at any rate, I became an area manager, had a couple people join my team, and I have to be honest, I really I didn't prepare. I really was like, I just want my heart to speak to you guys. My sponsor told me, always complain up and praise down. And I had a really good friend of mine join my team. She was brave. She joined my team, and she should be in the MVP right now. Like, seriously, I should be looking at her like, yeah, she passed me, and I'm proud of her. But I was going through a lot of hard times, and every time we were on the way to one of her demos, I was crying, or I was complaining, because I was in a bad space in my life. And what I realized was, even though Arbonne was literally like the only sliver of joy that I had, getting out of the house, 1 or 2 nights a week or more, and helping her, I was dumping on her as my friend, not realizing what I was really doing was completely cracking her belief as my teammate, and that she could do it, because, oh my God, you're like Michelle, like, if you can, you're about as crazy as your hair is curly. So I just kind of, that was a huge lesson for me, but at the same time, it really shook my faith. And I have struggled for years, even though I'm very loud and outgoing and whatnot. I actually struggle really bad with self-confidence, really bad. And most of us, like, loud, obnoxious people are. And so it took me a long time, and within, I'd say about 6 or 7 months, I lost my area. And I lost my area because I lost my confidence. I don't even know if I really ever got it. And so I did a big push. Sarah and I re-promoted, she promoted at the same time. Did we do it the same month? I don't know fall, but I picked mine. So I was November. That was when I redid it, and I just felt, I don't know, anybody in here that's in any part of Arbonne or even any part of your life, and you start kind of getting it, right? And like, it starts kind of going, you just feel like, yeah. And every other time I've kind of taken a stop, like, yeah. And so my advice to you guys is, don't take that, yeah. No, like keep going. My whole passion, my whole purpose on this earth, I've always felt was to do something for other people. And so losing my area really didn't affect my heart for me, because I almost felt like I deserved it. But losing my area hurt my heart for my team, because I really let them down. And I let my son down. And I let my family down. And the people that watch us on Facebook or see what we're doing. Sarah just said a story tonight on the way up here about a mom who was like, so what's that thing you're doing, by the way? And she's been watching her the whole time. You know, people don't listen to what you say, but they watch what you do. And so this time I just had a shift, and I still struggle, because when you're making that big of a shift and you're trying to change, or you are changing, try or try not, just do it, like Yoda says. Or, like, every once in a while, if you're not living intentionally, if you're not being mindful, if you're not being on purpose with your thoughts, with your actions every single day, it is so easy, and I'm sorry if I'm going too far, to slip backwards. So all I can say is, first of all, it doesn't define you. Like, losing your area doesn't make you a bad person, and regaining it doesn't make you better, except for it does. Because losing, you win. And I know it sounds really crazy, but a Bible study today where they talked about when you restrict things by tucking them into the girdle of, the armor plate, the girdle of God, that loosens up your legs to move. So basically, when I lost, I actually gained, because when do we learn the most? Through our mistakes. If we learn anything, right? Like, I have learned the most from my biggest foobarves of my entire life, and so losing my area, I didn't like the way that felt. And my check was way more worse when I went area, because I was so excited that what I was doing was helping my sponsor go region. We went region I went area the same day before she went region. I could have cared less that I was area. I was so excited that I was making a difference in her business that I went all the way halfway region. I was like $2,000 away from region 12. Like, what? Yeah, right? I know. I think $2,000 away. And then I slept for like a week, because I was like, good Lord, that was exhausting. So Tracy's like, I did did not know that story. But I guess my point in saying that is, like, don't grow weary. Like last year I got a card from Linda Parker and it said, do not grow weary. And I don't know all the rest of that Bible quote, but one at a time you will reap your harvest. And you just can't give up. You never know, when either that bamboo story that people tell all the time, that if you water it for 5 years, nothing happens, and you're like, hello, are you gonna grow? Like, I don't know, this century? And then all of a sudden, boom, it like takes off. And my story is not the same as other people. We have people on our team who have gone in 76 days to region and 12 to 13 months and national vice president. You're like, ooh, I kind of suck. Yeah, absolutely. I'm like, wow. Any way you look at it, it's called a loser. But wow, how sad that I was comparing myself to somebody else's journey, because that part of me isn't developed yet. The part to stand up here, some people go, oh my God, I could never stand up there. I'd be so scared. I would have never known that. And same with her. Sarah thinks she's a sucky speaker, and she's bomb.com. She is. But that happened to be my strength, but my leadership skills, my personal belief in myself was in the toilet. And where I am right now, I'm an area manager. I was let go from my job in the end of November. I got another job in December, and unfortunately, just because of them jumping the gun, because I'm kind of awesome, they had to let me go a day later. Yeah, it was right before Christmas. It was a little harsh. But I actually, because of the growth with Arbonne, I was able to actually see where that person was coming from, and I had such empathy for that person. I felt so bad for that person that I didn't even really care. I did, but I didn't. It was like what I would have considered my dream job. And so, but now I think, like, wow, because of Arbonne, and my husband moved out, and my son got super sick, and they thought he had leukemia. All in like January. It's really exciting. Good times. But I'm fine. Like, I'm not putting on an act. I feel like because of people like Tracy, because of people like Sarah, because of people like hearing all your stories, because of people on my team, because I stayed to clean up. I got a little bit of alone time, well, a lot of alone time with Tiffany Enzel, my executive national vice president, and her best friend, Mo, who's the national vice president. And man, I just got tired of feeling like the dreams that I was dreaming that are super, super big. Like, I'm supposed to walk on stage at GTC. I'm supposed to hear people say, because if you said yes, I get goosebumps. And I thought, who am I? Who am I to think that? But who are any of us? We're all just perfect the way that we are. No matter where you are on your journey, don't give up. Never quit. As long as you don't quit. Like, I'm a lifer. I don't care if it takes me 5 years to get my car. Let me tell you what, when I was, as a realtor, no one's buying my car or paying for my car. I was an x-ray tech for 17 years. Loved my job. 17 years, I never had the chance to make the kind of money that we have. And I tell this joke all the time when the money thing is up there. I said, Dad, when I hit area, this is where I am. I'm going to be an MVP. I just know it. And he looks at the thing and he goes, 22,000. Don't you think that nowadays you should be trying to make 50 or 60? And I said, Dad, that's a month. And he said, well, what is this, Arbonne? And when are you going to get there? Like, what's this MVP? And so I just realized, like, how that to me is funny, but it's also like how small our minds are. Like, I don't need $22,000 a month. As of right now, it is me and my son and my dog and my dad. When we get back to him, my mom passed away, and my aunt, who didn't pass away, but I mean her. But I want to get back. I feel like I was put here for more than schlepping lipstick or anything else. And whether it's you're put here to just sing a song that makes people happy, or you're here to teach people. Maybe you want to teach. Maybe you like something, and you get to do that because you choose to, not because you have to. Or I've always wanted to be a foster parent, and I just feel like I have so much love, and with my son's special needs, I have so much to give back to some poor kid that maybe is just stuck in the system. Like, maybe I could do that now, in addition to my Arbonne. So it's not giving up what you love. Maybe you love what you do. Great, keep going. I love coaching people and training, and done that for years in real estate and lending. So I feel like I'm just ruminating right now. So basically, don't give up. Don't feel bad when you lose, whatever it is, district, area, region. I've heard people lose their nations. I listened to some call once where the lady said it took her 10 or 15 years to get to the nation. I'm like, well, holy flipping cow. Like, what other job when you work 10 to 15 years that your starting pay is $22,000 a month, $1,000 on top of that for a car? How much is national bonus? $600 bonus in your paycheck. 800 trips where, I mean, I'm going to Bahamas this year. I don't know about you guys, but you guys better follow her and whoever else you're here with, because I have FOMO, and on top of my FOMO, I did miss out. So I didn't get to go on a cruise. I'm going. So I'm picking a ticket for one of our. I'm picking a ticket for one of our raffle events. This is like what my son did today. And then lipsticks are closing right. Okay, hold on. I have to get my glasses. I always bring extra because anytime I go to a big event, Michelin used to always need my glasses. Make me feel like a superstar needing my glasses. All right, 248-7548. 248. Yay! It's a lipstick. She gets to choose which color. So let us choose which color, and then we have one more. So whatever color Erica doesn't choose. Okay, so come choose. You have your choice between Tara or biscuits. So one is more earthy. Everyone said biscuits. I had Tara earlier. You said biscuits. You guys go with Erica with biscuits. Hip biscuits. Here we go. Hip biscuits. Okay, so what's our next number? So 2487554. Oh, that's me. Yes, you'll probably look good in that color anyway. Yeah. All right. Okay. Are we just closing? Yes. All right. Thank you, ladies, for sharing your experiences. And I'm here to close our meeting. And we've been having some meetings, and this always happens every time we say, you know, you should always come to a meeting because there's a reason why you need this meeting. And as I sat here through tonight, what I'm going to read to you, I mean, it just brings up so much in me, and so much what we're doing today, and so much as I'm working my business, and so much I came out over the 5 years that I've been doing this, and where am I going, and why am I here right now, and it brings a lot. So if you're a guest, I think she's our guest. And there's a reason why you won the raffle tonight. You were supposed to be here. So, and you know, as our team, you know, I'm sure that you feel the same as I do while you're here. It might bring up different things for you, but I hope that you take away so much from tonight. And one of the things I pulled up, or how I wanted to close, is about dreams and what is the purpose of us doing this today and for our future. And it kind of brought it to, I was looking at Forbes, and I came across this article that they had asked top five billionaires in our country right now, what is your advice to people to be successful, to be an entrepreneur, to grow a business, to make billions of dollars, if not millions. And one really rang true to me, and it's a woman. Her name is Diane Hendricks. She's owns ABC Supply, and a lot of these people had talked about that. Let failure be your mistake, and to learn and grow from that. But she really kind of hit home for me, and she said, everyone has to go through the process of trying to explain to someone your dreams and convince them it can be possible. It can be a humbling experience because they often don't get it. But you need to be fully committed to your dreams and to making them real. Part of that is to be able to articulate the dream
if not for you, and I'm kind of outside, but to others, but really know what that dream is for you, and to go out on that limb and make that your case. So let that dream drive you in this business. And, we say dream big, but dream bigger, but let that dream, and it might change along the way. Mine has changed along the way over and over again, but don't stop ever, because it can take us to not only our dreams, but others as well. So thank you for being here, and have a safe night. Thank you, Tracy. And we have one little final
just celebration that we wanted to have. Do you want to go with me? Yeah. So we have 2 birthdays. We have Britta, that was a week ago, and then we have Emmy's birthday is tomorrow. So we have Annie. And Annie. Yes. Okay. Last Friday. So it was Britta, Emmy, Annie. Okay. This is our singer. Happy birthday to you. Okay. Happy birthday to you. Oh, you sound great. Happy birthday, dear Britta and Emmy. Happy birthday to you. I know. Thanks, you guys, for being here.